Hey everyone, how's it going? You all remember my iPhone 4S, right? The one I got about like 5 months ago. I did a review on it. Well, just recently, I kind of altered my phone a little bit, and what I mean by that is that I jailbroke my iPhone 4S. Now, the first thing you're gonna notice is that when I slide to unlock the phone, I have an Android lock screen. The same one you can get on an Android phone. I kind of like the lock screen, and with jailbreaking, I can do that. Now, what I'm going to try to help you guys do today is solve the question of whether or not you should jailbreak your iPhone. Specifically, iPhone 4S, that's what I jailbroke, but really any iOS device. So now with the new release of the jailbreak for the iPhone 4S and iPad 2, the one that I think on like January 20th or so, a lot of people, they're contemplating whether or not to jailbreak the new phones, which they've had for a few months, and they like the way it runs. Like, personally, I absolutely love my phone. I've used it for many different things. I use it all the time. It comes in handy. And I didn't really see the need for me to jailbreak until I jailbroke and I realized what I was able to do, and I'm really happy I did it. That's me. So I'm going to help you guys decide if you should jailbreak your phones, give you some advice, and show you the really cool things you can do with the jailbroken iPhone. Now, the first thing I want to get into is really what is jailbroken, but what is jailbreaking? But some people don't even know what this is. Like, right away they hear the words jail and breaking, and they assume it's something terrible. Like, they don't want to do it to their phones. Like, why would I want to jailbreak my phone? It seems like a terrible thing to do. Well, see, jailbreaking your phone really does one thing to the phone. Just one thing. One. That's it. Just one. Up front, the only direct thing that comes from jailbreaking is your iPhone will have one more app on it. That app is Cydia. That app right there. Little brown app. Looks like the App Store, but it's brown. And honestly, no, actually, it looks like opening boxes. That app right there, that's all you get with jailbreaking. That's it. Now you might say, okay, so what's the difference between not having that app and having it? Well, Cydia is like another app store. Because it has apps and other things. I'll get into other things. So let's go to Cydia. Say you just jailbroke your phone. Actually, I'll mention that right now. No, I forget it. Never mind. So you open up Cydia, and something like the App Store, you have featured, like the App Store, categories like the App Store, sections, and you can search the App Store. I don't have to search. Search Cydia, and a few other things that you can do similar to the App Store. Now, see, but Cydia, you don't really get only apps. Like, you can get apps from Cydia, apps that do different things, but you can also get other things like tweaks. Like, when I say by tweaks, is that you download something, it's not an app. So you download it, you're not going to see it on the springboard, your home screen. Instead, you could download like an add-on that does something to your operating system. Like, say I could download an add-on that lets me, like, say, right here, when I swipe the screen, my transition is different than the normal iPhone transition. It doesn't just move, the apps, they spin, pretty much. That's like an add-on. Another add-on is that I can swipe up from the top bottom of the screen. I don't have to double tap the home button. I can just swipe up and do that. I have other tweaks. Like, I don't have any activated right now, but there's where you can make your settings appear right here, where I can like swipe down notification center and have different settings, or like a few of them. Like another one, I have an add-on where I can like have my phone power on, power off, restart the springboard, kill background apps, check my RAM, a bunch of different things like that. So you can install like tweaks from Cydia and stuff like that, like features and whatnot. And then you can also obviously also install apps from Cydia. So I can like have a few apps here. These are the ones I installed so far from Cydia. Install this. You can download apps from the App Store, free, but I'm gonna get into that in a little while. I'm gonna get into that. And you can also download apps that were turned down by Apple, aren't in the App Store, either because they were bad apps or because they just didn't fit Apple's requirements, but they could still be good apps. GPS phone, it's in a Game Boy Advance emulator, and for your iPhone, I'll get into that in a sec. Fake carrier, which instead of my iPhone saying Sprint or AT&T, Verizon, whatever, it says iPad, or not iPad. You could change it to whatever you want. You can just type in whatever you want your carrier name to be. That's a small little thing. PDANet lets your iPhone's internet go to your other devices. Like, say I could transfer my internet connection from my iPhone to my laptop using Wi-Fi hotspot. MXTube, download YouTube videos, and save them on your phone, so you can show you like other people. If you have like a bad signal, you can't download you can't watch a YouTube video. You save the video, and you can also and it's usually might be better quality, whatever. iWipe cache clears. I guess I'm not sure what it exactly does, but it helps with sometimes like when you like I had a bug when I jailbroke my phone. Is that sometimes like the icons will turn blank white. Just activate that app and it just gets rid of it, fixes that problem. But another one, SNES ADX. It's an SNES Super Nintendo Entertainment System emulator. Same thing as the Game Boy Advance emulator. I'll get into that in a second. And then iFile. Access your iPhone's file system. A lot of users probably don't like that because they like having things simple. But for those more like technologically savvy users, they can go into their iPhone's file system and alter stuff, customize it even more. That's what Cydia is. You get it when you jailbreak, and you can pretty much just, download a bunch of tweaks, features, add-ons, themes. You can change the whole theme of your iPhone. You can make it like a Android theme if you want. You can make it like bunch of weird different themes. Personally, I like the Springboard theme the best, but those who would enjoy a different theme, it's even like a different smartphone, but still want like other benefits of like an iPhone, they could jailbreak and then do that. So those are like pretty much like things you can do with the iPhone. With the jailbroken iPhone. Yeah, so I'm gonna like say you can like search through some of these like add-ons. Give it a second to reload data. You search through like Siri, and you can say go to like what's it called? Like say I wanted something to help me with like an add-on or whatever to help me with I don't know, system in general. What's this? Activator. Oh, you can change like the basically adds a bunch of gestures and buttons options like help that for like iOS. Android lock, usually like an Android lock screen. That's what I have. Animate. It lets you change like your boot logo. A bunch of different various things that you can do. You can also install a bunch of themes. Let's see, tweaks. You can block ads in Safari. That's pretty useful. Customize pop-up alerts, AirPlay to third-party apps. I guess for like people that don't have an A5 device, don't have mirroring. Yeah, that probably worked then. I guess for like that, like say an iPod, you could probably still use mirroring on most of the apps. And a bunch of different things that you can do. Like add-ons you can add and stuff. You can go to the featured tab. This is usually where you find like some of the best ones. Like simple 10 tools to start with. Activator. You could like make say I had to type my home button. It could do like say if I type my home button, it could like have the same function as my power button. I don't have Activator, but by the description, I'm guessing that's like what it could do. Like I can make a button do something completely different than what I want it to do. Should be pretty useful. Action menu, make copy and paste menu, do more things. iFile, which I went over, and there like Winterboard, change like your whole theme and all that. Customize your icons. So there's a bunch of, as you can see, there's tons of things you can do to customize your iPhone. So I remember I showed a few of my friends this. They just told me, go get an Android phone. But the thing is, like, say you want the benefits of an iPhone, like all the apps, the optimization, with iOS. So you just like the iOS, operating system itself. You only want to change it a little bit. Or like you like the fact that there's a lot of apps, but you also want to be able to customize your phone. Like you like all the the good quality apps. So this really helps you, for say people that love I personally love the iPhone, but there's sometimes I wish I had a little bit more customization. So this adds that, but not taking away all the other benefits. So it could be pretty useful for people that are unsure of which type of phone to get because they're split. You can get benefits of like say both worlds with this. Yeah. So that's what you get from Siri. And so I guess I showed you some of the different apps Actually, I'll show you that right now. So I guess some of the apps I got from Siri, not Siri. I'm sorry, Cydia. I don't know why he was calling that Siri. Cydia. I apologize, guys. It's kind of late right now. It's like 1:02 a.m. But I didn't want to forget to make this video. And anyway, so bear with me here if I make mistakes when I'm saying things. I really apologize. But so let's see. Yeah. So anyway, here, I guess first thing I'll go over is I'll get the installs last. That's the last thing I'll do. But so I'll go to say GPS phone. You have your Game Boy Advance emulator. So say you have all those fun games you used to play when you were younger. Like when I was younger, I loved playing my Game Boy. That was like my favorite thing in the world. Playing, my games in there. Like I love to play, say, Mario Kart. You can do that now on your phone. You don't have to carry around your Game Boy with you if you want to play, say, like Mario Kart, the old one. So and then emulators themselves work well. You can like change it. Yeah, I'll lower this a little bit. So you can like change it so it's full screen or like this. I kind of like this because it keeps like the resolution like higher, like less pixelation. Plus, I'm able to actually see the buttons, like they don't like disappear into the screen. Like sometimes I find it hard when it's full screen. But anyway, so you can just play the game and it works really well. It's, just tap the button, it works fine. And yeah, it's like I could just sit here and play Mario Kart, start up a little brace, and just play. And the only downside of this is that to play these games, you have to actually have the ROMs to the games. Now, I don't mean like you have to actually have them. Like on Cydia, you can find most games, like the ROMs for most games. If you can, you can download them in other places. But yeah, Cydia, I found like ROM packs for like the Game Boy. Like that's where I found this one. This came with one of the ROM packs. So you can find a lot of them on Cydia, but if you can't, you can usually find them other places on the internet. So it's not that really a big problem. But yeah, I mean the games themselves run very well. I mean you'd really expect them to, but anyway, they do. The controls are fine. I mean the button layout's absolutely fine. You can change it to portrait or landscape, like you probably saw it before, and I was selected landscape, and yeah, so that's one of the different benefits to jailbreaking. So I'm gonna quit that now, and actually, one thing I want to get out of the way, guys, is first I want to tell you is before I go into more benefits, I guess I might as well also mention the cons, actually, to jailbreaking it right now, just ahead of time. That way you guys know. When you jailbreak your phone, there are some negatives, not all good. So I'm going to explain that to you right now, that way you know ahead of time. The first main reason people don't want to jailbreak their iPhone is because it voids their warranty. If you jailbreak your iPhone, your warranty will be voided. Apple finds out. Now, say I jailbreak my iPhone, and then there's a problem. Say like a button, or like say like the thing has like a hardware, problem. Now you might say, does that mean I no longer have warranty? I can't go to the Apple Store and have them fix it. Well, entirely no. Say you can. There's ways. Now, if you want to unjailbreak your iPhone, you hook it up to your computer, connect to iTunes, and you would simply just click restore. Now, when you restore it, it doesn't get rid of the jailbreak. It gets rid of it, but there's still traces of it. So what you do is you have to go and set it up as a new iPhone. Now, that's why what you should do is you should always back up your phone, like at least back it up every so often, and that way, say you have to restore it, it's okay. Yeah. So if you're ever gonna like go to the Apple Store with your phone, make sure you just restore it and set it up as a new iPhone before you do that. So that's problem number one, I'd say. Number two is going to be security. Now, I never really have any security problems with this. I never had. But it does open up your phone to the possibilities of malware and viruses. This won't happen if you are careful, but say you go downloading, everything possible on Cydia. Say you go, on the internet and download everything just because you feel like downloading stuff, then yes, you're putting yourself at a risk with a jailbroken iPhone. Because with regular iOS, there's no known viruses for regular iOS, stock iOS. But with a jailbroken iPhone, it's possible that you could possibly get viruses. It's very unlikely. I mean, I've never had it to me, and be careful I don't download just random things. But if you do have the habit to randomly download stuff, then you should probably just be careful of that. Another thing. Um, well, I think. Alright, well, when you jailbreak your phone, nothing really is not gonna run. Okay, well, when I say, I'm gonna tell you right now, if you jailbreak your phone and you put a lot of add-ons, like you add tons of stuff to change the operating system, like you put a tons of add-ons on the thing, it might slow down the operating system. Like it might slow the phone down a little bit. Like just jailbreaking and installing Cydia won't change it. Everything's gonna be the same thing. But say I were to do a speed test between my phone with all the add-ons, the swiping, and just add tons of stuff to the notification center, add tons of features like this, my phone might be slower than like a regular iPhone that has not been jailbroken. So jailbreaking the iPhone directly won't do that. Just when you install certain tweaks, they might slow it down slightly, like not majorly. Like say if I would open an app, say I want to open YouTube right now, my iPhone might open it like half a second slower than like if it was running tons and tons of tweaks on it than a regular iPhone. Speed difference is really unnoticeable, but if you were to compare them side by side, you might. But that's only with installing. I'm saying like a lot of different tweaks, like installing one or two, such unnoticeable difference. But I guess if I'm going to list all possible negatives, I guess I'd have to consider that. I mean, it can't be a positive, so I'll throw that in there then. Lastly, though, another thing. Some people worry that when they jailbreak their iPhone, they might break it. No, if you follow all the instructions when you jailbreak, like for example, the iPhone 4S, to jailbreak this, you search on YouTube, on Google, iPhone 4S jailbreak. A website's going to come up. I use personally the website called greenpoison.com. They're very reliable. I think they have the only known jailbreak for the iPhone 4S. That's what I used. If you follow the instructions that they give you, which is really just plugging your phone into the computer, do not unplug it and just be patient, like 15 minutes. Then just turn on the iPhone, click on the app that's been installed onto it, and wait like 15 more minutes. Then everything works. I mean, as long as you don't unplug your iPhone or mess around with it during the jailbreak, you can't really break it. And after you've done that, I mean, once you jailbreak it, I don't think you can't really brick your phone after that. So you can't. I mean, you're not gonna break it. But I mean, back, I think a few years ago, it was more possible to break a phone through jailbreak. But nowadays, the process is so much more reliable that maybe 1 in every 2 million, 5 million, 10 million people break their iPhone when they jailbreak. So it's so minimal, but I'll say that if you do what the instructions tell you not to do, then the possibility you could break your phone. Very small chance though, so I wouldn't worry about that at all. And the last thing is that some people worry that if they jailbreak their iPhone, say they don't like it, what do they do then? Well, it's very easy to unjailbreak. Like I told you before, you can just restore it through iTunes and then set it up as a new iPhone. Or just restoring the phone will get rid of the jailbreak. There's still traces of it. And unless you're bringing it to an Apple store, the traces won't really matter. So you don't have to worry about that. So there's really no point of no return, guys. At any time, you can unjailbreak and go back to using iOS. I personally recommend to at least try jailbreaking once. If you don't like it, go back. But, yeah, so those are really all the negatives. That's all I can really think of. Just those 4 things, 2 of which I think are actually legitimate. But that's all I could think of that would be bad. Now, anyway, I'm going to get into more fun things you can do with the jailbroken iPhone. So now, I mean, there's tons of different things you can do. This is a few things I did. So one, I did that. I showed you fake carrier, PDA-net, transfer internet from, your phone to any other device. And, yeah, so these are just a few of the apps I personally installed. I mean, there's tons of different things you can do. I just customize it the way I like it. Also another thing, 5-icon dock. You can put 5 icons on the dock down here. There's also an option to put 5 up here. And, yeah, I mean, really, you probably might hate the way I customized my phone. I didn't even customize it that much. But, there's tons of other things you can do. And you don't really have to customize it this way. But you can do whatever you want. And, yeah. So last thing I'm going to show you is the most popularly I'm pretty sure it is the most popularly downloaded app on the, what's it called? Most popular app, I think, on Cydia. I'll explain why. Now, let me explain something to you. Another thing, jailbreaking is not illegal. Jailbreaking your iPhone is not a bad thing to do. I mentioned it before. People hear the words jailbreaking, they get a bad idea, but it's not. Jailbreaking your iPhone is not going to get you put in jail or anything like that. No, it has the same word in the word jailbreaking, but no, don't worry about that. The only thing, however, there are some things you could do while jailbreaking that are illegal. Now, jailbreaking itself is not, but one thing that a lot of people do is, say you have this app, Installous. What you do is, say I search an app. What's an app that I don't have that is what is one? Let me think on the App Store. Wait, do I have? I have Infinity Blade. Oh wait, no, I don't have the second Infinity Blade. That's right. Okay. Yeah. So say I was gonna get Infinity Blade. I type it in Installous, search it. Wait, I already have this one. Yeah, here it is, Infinity Blade 2. Say I don't have this. I go to download on Installous. Same thing pretty much as the App Store. Few different options. I'm really not sure what download later is. Anyway, so I go here, download, launch on the App Store, and I can buy it for $7, whatever it is. I personally don't want the game right now at all, but say I wanted to buy it, there it is. There's also the option download from other places. Now, downloading from any of these sources is going to be free. So essentially, almost any app in the App Store you can get for free. While I do not condone piracy, I do not condone any of that. What I do on Installous is I'll get an app for free, trial it pretty much. If I like the app, I usually buy it. Because to be honest, when you get an app off Installous and from a torrented website, the app usually doesn't run as well sometimes. So if I really like an app and I enjoy using it, I'll buy the full thing and I'll use it the completely legitimate way and have a better, and it'll run better. Anyway, although it can be useful to make sure you don't waste your money on an app that might be junk. So it's good for that reason. As far as just getting apps for free, I don't recommend it, but it's a big feature on Cydia. Sometimes people just assume that this is the only thing that you get with jailbreak. I know a few people that think the point of using your phone, jailbreaking your iPhone, is to get free apps. And they're completely wrong in that sense. This is just an app that happens to be on Cydia. A very useful app, most downloaded app. As you can imagine why people usually don't like to pay for things. This helps them. However, this, specifically downloading free apps, to my knowledge, it's illegal. So I don't recommend it. I use it personally for trialing apps before I buy them. That's what I recommend you guys to do. So, the only time I really use it just to actually, yeah, that's pretty much it. Just to trial an app. I don't really think, anytime I don't like an app that I get off Installous, I usually just end up deleting it. The only apps I keep are the ones I find worth buying. But it's helpful, because otherwise I would have wasted money without using it. Then I probably would have bought an app and then realized afterwards it was bad, so it helps people with that. So anyway, I think that's pretty much it then, guys. I mean, you can do so much more than what I showed you right now. I'm just trying to I guess help you decide if you want to jailbreak, if you want to customize your phone more, if you want to, so be able to trial apps before you buy them. You want emulators, you want to be able to use your phone as a Wi-Fi hotspot, say tons of different things you could do with your phone. I mean, I know for a fact there's so much more than what I showed you. This is probably 0.0001% of everything you could do with the jailbroken iPhone. But this is just, but what I do with mine. So make your own decision on if you want to jailbreak your phone. I really recommend just trying it once. If you don't like it, go back. But it's really up to you. So remember, if you want to jailbreak your iPhone 4S, type in iPhone 4S jailbreak on Google. Green Poison website will show up. For other devices, I'm not sure. You guys look up jailbreak for those devices. I know two websites are Red Snow and Green Poison. Both of those are good to use, but there's a bunch of different places. Although those are probably the most reliable. So that's really it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope I helped you. And thanks so much for watching. Now please like the video. Please subscribe and favorite. And definitely comment on the video. Tell me what you liked, what you didn't like. Tell me if I made any mistakes at all. Like, just tell me if I made a mistake at all. Leave it in the comment section down below. And then I'll add an annotation as soon as I see your comment. And I'll check it for myself. An annotation correcting my mistake in the video. So, yeah, so definitely, guys, thanks so much for watching. And I hope I helped you. And have a nice day.